Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, we're going to look at all the alifs in the Quran, pronounce it or not. So if we look in the Quran, we will find 4 shapes of alif, but they look different, they sound different. First, we have alif mad, or just alif. So if we just say alif, we are referring to this one, alif mad, the elongation sound. The sound that comes after fatha to make it longer. So that means it can come in the beginning, right? It comes only in the middle or in the end. And it is always pronounced. Then we have aliful wasl or hamzatul wasl. Aliful wasl or hamzatul wasl is the alif that has tiny sad on top of it. And it comes only in the beginning of the word. And we only pronounce it if it is the initial letter. But we just said it only comes in the beginning, right? Right, but it will not be always the first letter you say. Maybe you are pronouncing another letter before it or another word before it. So if it is the first letter you start your speech with, you start your sentence with, you read it. If it's followed by lam. So it makes the sound of hamza anyway. And it's always followed by a letter with sukoon. So the following letter always sakin letter. Alif also comes as a seat. It doesn't make any sound. It's just a seat. And because it's a seat for Hamza, the focus here is on Hamza. And Hamza is like any other letter. It comes in the beginning, middle, or end. So the Alif will serve it anywhere. So it can come anywhere in the word. But it is never pronounced. Why? Because it is just a seat. Finally, we will see also a silent Alif. This is an Alif with a tiny sukoon, tiny circle on top of it. And that will appear in the end of verbs, conjugated with plural. And the reason for adding it is to differentiate between those verbs and other words ending in waw. Anyway, what we need to know about it is it looks like an alif after a waw with a tiny circle on top, and it is always silent. Now let's have a look on alif mad and all the variations of alif mad. So here are all the shapes we will find alif mad on. First one is the regular one, the long alif, as in qala, regular, that we will see this in Quran or regular Arabic. And then the other ones, the other 3, those 3 will appear only in Quran. We will notice that all of them have this tiny alif that we call dagger alif. Dagger alif. So dagger alif can come alone, just floating over the word, or have this tiny seat here. It can come with it or without it. It can also have a seat, a comfortable car that looks like a ya. But it doesn't have dots, right? Because it is not ya. It's not functioning as ya. It's just a seat for the dagger alif. It can come with this line on top that shows the alif here, or the length of mat should be longer than usual, or just the regular length, like in here. Or it can even look, or it can even come without that alif. So as if it's sending its car, but it is not present. And now the question is, how come we know if this is an alif or ya? We need to think. What about ya? Ya mad must be preceded by a kasra. Alif mad must be preceded by a fatha. So that would be the difference. So if we see fatha before it, that means it's 100% alif. So dagger alif finds ya very comfortable to take as a seat, but also it finds waw a nice option. So it can come also on top of waw. And here, all of these, it looks like a ya here, the waw, all of these are just seeds for the tiny dagger alif. So how could we read them? قال غيابتي إلى على فتى الصلاة. See, no difference. All of them are just alif mad. You are making it double time of fatha. two haraka or two beats. This is Alif Mad. Now, Aliful Wasl or Hamzatul Wasl. Hamzatul Wasl always look the same thing. Looks like this Alif with a tiny side, only appears in the beginning. So here we would read it السيارة الجب همزة الوصل ألف الوصل whatever you call it. And if you look, you will find, yes, it is followed by sukoon, as we mentioned earlier. Islam also has a sukoon. Okay. Third is alif as a seed for hamza. So it can be hamza on top of alif or under alif. Like here under alif, inna, anna, wa alquhu. In the three examples, I'm looking only at hamza and seeing what haraka does it have. I'm pronouncing that hamza. E, a, a. I'm not paying any attention or caring about the seed, the alif. Finally, the silent alif, and we will always find it like this. Like the stick with a tiny circle. It can be the other shape of sukoon, because we know sukoon can appear in two shapes, the head of a or the tiny circle. It's always with this tiny circle, and always after wow in the end of the word, like here. Let's try to read. Ulu. See? Lu. That letter here, silent. وتكونوا. Silent alif. Last letter I pronounced it was wow in the two words. So this is everything about alif.